Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Make It Monday with Bob's Red Mill. If we haven't met yet, my name is Matt Weinstein, aka Glass of Weinstein. I am a dedicated gluten-free cook and content creator, and I've been living with celiac for about 7 years now. As I'm sure you know, it is summer, and summer has delicious ingredients like zucchini. Today we're going to be using some Bob's Red Mill products to fry up some crispy zucchini sticks with a delicious lemony yogurt sauce. So grab a glass of Weinstein and let's get cooking. Before we get started with cutting and prepping our zucchini sticks, we want to get our oil preheated. So we're using some corn oil in my cast iron skillet. We're not deep frying them, you just want to get maybe 1/4 of an inch of oil in here and get that preheating over medium heat. For this recipe, we're going to be using 1 large zucchini, but it's super simple and easy to double or triple the recipe as needed. The first thing you're going to want to do is just cut the butts off of your zucchini. You can save those for a snack, for your dog, or compost them. Then next, we're going to cut them just down the middle. And what I like to do, just so they don't roll all over the place, I like to first just give it a slice standing up. That way it has a flat surface to work off of. And then you've got 2 new flat surfaces, so no one gets cut, no one gets injured. So once again, just down the middle, nice and easy, guide your knife through, and then you've got your flat surface to work from there. Next, take your knife, and we're gonna cut these into probably about thirds, maybe with these thicker ones, maybe fourths, just until they look like this, nice little zucchini sticks. Yeah, so the zucchini has the thinner side and the thicker side, so I'm thinking maybe 1, 2, actually I can probably do 5 sticks with the thicker side. Just do it based on how your zucchinis are. We've got our zucchini sticks all cut up. Next, let's talk about our dredging process. For this recipe, I'm going to be showcasing 2 of my favorite Bob's Red Mill products, starting with our chickpea flour. I've got 1/2 cup of that. Get it into a large mixing bowl. And then my second is the tapioca flour or tapioca starch. I love using these 2 flours. They work in tandem so nicely together. That's 1/4 cup. Get out of there. 1/4 cup of our tapioca flour. And to that, just a nice, generous sprinkling of kosher salt. Give that a nice whisk until everything is homogeneous. That means nicely all mixed together until it's one. Scrape off all the sides. Just make sure everything is nice and evenly mixed together. And that's our dry mixture. Let's talk about our eggs. Our egg mixture is quite simple. It's just 2 to 3 eggs. Beat your eggs together. Time for the messy part. How we're going to do this, we're going to do a simple dredging process. So we're going to go 1 layer in our dry mixture, into our wet mixture, and then back into our dry mixture. And from there, we will fry them. That's going to create a crust that's nice and thin, but still super, super crispy. Using forks, very helpful. Okay. All of our zucchini sticks are nicely dredged. Now we get to the fun part, the frying part. It's time to fry up our zucchini sticks. We've got our corn oil preheating from earlier. These are beautifully dredged. Just a few at a time, get them into your oil. They're gonna start cooking right away. And these cook up pretty fast, probably about only 2 to 3 minutes per side, just until they're beautifully golden brown and nice and crispy on the outside. Maybe I can squeeze 1 more in here. While I was recipe testing this the other day, I sent a picture to my mom and she said, "Are those chicken fingers?" So if you're looking for a way to surprise your children with vegetables, it's still fried, it's still delicious. Try zucchini sticks. All right, let's pull this first batch out. Look how beautifully golden brown these got. all the little swirly bits of that flaky crust. I like when you can see the little green poking out from under the dredging that we did. And I like this because it's also reminiscent of fried squash blossoms, which are also very trendy this time of year. I'm gonna hit these with some kosher salt as soon as they're out, just a thin layer, because we're gonna get our dipping sauce going in just a moment. We wanna make sure everything is nicely seasoned, and let's continue with our next round. I'm gonna get our last batch started, and while those crisp up, I'm gonna prep our lemony yogurt dipping sauce. So delicious. So let's talk about our yogurt sauce. I like to obviously use yogurt as the base. This is just a plain tart Greek yogurt, probably about 2 heaping tablespoons of that, because we're only using this for just 1 round of this recipe. Again, you can double or triple accordingly. As a contrast, I like to use about the same amount of mayo, so about 2 tablespoons of that. It just helps to add a nice silkiness and contrast the really tartness of the yogurt. To this, we're gonna add a nice squeeze of some fresh lemon juice. It's gonna brighten this up. That bright lemon and that yogurt really cut through the fat and the fry. Oh, I'm dripping all over the counter of our zucchini. Clean that up a little bit. It's like live theater. You never know when you're gonna have too many seeds in your lemon. I've got 1 clove of garlic. We're gonna grate it right in. That way it's nice and fine. You're not gonna get too many just raw chunks of garlic. I like the abrasiveness that it adds. It's just a nice contrast in flavor. So that's 1 clove of garlic grated right in. Let's make sure we scrape all those bits. There we go, beautiful. Just start combining everything. And for some spices, we're gonna add a pinch of salt. We're gonna add a touch of cumin. And then for a little kick, if you're into it, we're gonna add some crushed red pepper. You can measure all those spices just to your taste preference. If you don't like it too hot, you don't need to add the crushed red pepper. I like it a little spicy. And just combine everything together in our bowl. Make sure everything is nice and homogeneous. You can really smell the cumin and the lemon working together. It's such a nice combination. Great. Let's give it a little taste-a-roo, see if we need anything else. I'm gonna go with just a touch more of our lemon and just a little bit more salt as well. And that should be perfect. Okay, we're gonna leave this on the side. We're gonna make sure our zucchinis aren't burning over here. They should be nice and perfect. Nice and golden brown. And we'll pull these out a minute earlier since they got a little extra done on that side. We're just about ready to put it all together. Let's pull our last batch out. If you're hosting a summer barbecue or an event, these are gonna be such a perfect little appy or hors d'oeuvre to pass around. They're so delicious. That white sauce is such a nice compliment. Beautiful. Let's get it plated up. Oh, I couldn't help myself. These are so delicious. They're so light and crispy. And that sauce is so bright and tangy and delicious. It really is such a wonderful pairing. Thank you so much, my friends, for joining me for Make It Monday with Bob's Red Mill. Once again, I'm Matt Weinstein, aka Glass of Weinstein. If you like this recipe, you can follow me here on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube for recipes like this and more, and my website, glassofweinstein.com. Until next time, my friends, hope you enjoy. Have a great rest of your summer. Take care.